To matters of state now, and Martha Teichner talking with Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
We are done only offering thoughts and prayers. It is time for action.
The shooting last month at Michigan State University, killing 3 and injuring 5, was the wrong kind of right moment to catapult gun control to the top of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's agenda. Whitmer may be days away from signing what she calls common sense gun measures into law.
Universal background checks, safe storage, and extreme risk protection orders.
MSU was the second mass shooting on Whitmer's watch. In November 2021, a 15-year-old killed 4 and injured 7 at Oxford High School north of Detroit. Nothing changed. The difference between then and now? Now, in her second term, she has the power to act and is in a hurry to use it.
2023 has been incredibly productive.
Passed already this year, tax breaks for the working poor and seniors, protections of LGBTQ rights, a rollback of restrictions on labor unions. How did it happen? Gretchen Whitmer pulled off a big blue trifecta in last November's elections.
We need a governor who's going to stand up for our voting rights, our civil rights, and make sure Michigan is a place for everybody.
She beat a Donald Trump-endorsed MAGA Republican. Democrats riding her coattails took both houses of the state legislature, something that hasn't happened in nearly 40 years, albeit by slim margins. And Michigan passed a constitutional amendment Whitmer championed, protecting abortion rights.
I do try to live my values every day so I can sleep at night, but I also can't take anything personally and can't afford to throw the counter punch, even though I'm pretty capable at doing that if I want to. I don't do it because it's not constructive and it doesn't help the people that I serve.
I read one description of you as an example of grit and grace.
That's a high compliment. The President and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell released a plan that fails to support states and
This is the same Gretchen Whitmer who spent a first term from hell
and you're governor of Michigan. I mean, all she does is sit there and blame the federal government.
as then-President Donald Trump's punching bag over her handling of COVID.
Don't call the woman in Michigan.
You have a shirt that might be exactly that woman from Michigan.
You started wearing T-shirts that said, "That woman"?
The best way to disarm a bully is to take their weapon and make it your shield.
We got big grits.
Whitmer's supporters had their own name for her,
Yeah, that's big grits.
and a theme song.
We ain't even about to stretch. We got big grits.
Grandma Gretchen always said, don't let people call you Gretch, your name is Gretchen. And I don't know many women that want big in the front of whatever their nickname is. And so my friends and relatives, people have known me my whole life are like, are you good with this? I'm like, I love it.
Whitmer became a household name, but also a target. Armed demonstrators opposed to pandemic lockdowns took their grievances against Whitmer to the Michigan State Capitol in the spring of 2020.
We're setting the stage for things that are happening across the United States of America.
In what looked like a rehearsal for January 6th at the U.S. Capitol 9 months later.
I was stunned to see the images coming out of our Capitol and armed gunmen with masks standing outside of my office. Fortunately, I wasn't in there, but yeah, it was shocking.
Do you think that would have happened if a man had been governor?
I don't know. I know this, that all the ugliness that's come my way some of my colleagues have felt it to one degree or another, but not as hot as I have. And it started once I was singled out by the former president.
Then came the plot in the fall of 2020, the foiled attempt to kidnap and possibly kill Governor Whitmer. Last December, one of the conspirators was sentenced to nearly 20 years in prison, another to 16 years.
Well, I have really grown As a leader in the last 4 years, I have to get back to the table and negotiate budgets with people who've shared stages with plotters who wanted to kidnap and kill me. I still have to negotiate and get a budget done. Governors can't just take positions, and we can't throw, bombs at the other side. We got to get things done.
Whitmer's steeliness comes at a cost. Her husband, Mark Mallory, retired years early from his dental practice, he says, due to multiple threats to his patients and staff.
There was one morning, back in 2020, there were a bunch of protesters outside of our house. They brought guns to our property, and it was just crazy because I was 16 at the time.
The governor's daughters, Sydney and Sherry, are now students at the University of Michigan.
I am so thankful that she is on the front lines and fighting these battles, and I want her to be a voice, and I want her to fight for my rights.
51 years old, Whitmer spent 14 years in the state legislature before running for governor. She was practically born into Michigan politics. Her father worked for 2 Republican governors, her mother for the Democratic Attorney General. Both were lawyers. So is she.
I guess we're going to have to fix the damn roads now, right?
Fix the damn roads was what Whitmer ran on in 2018. She sounds like a progressive, except when she sounds like a non-confrontational pragmatist.
I'm just here to be the governor of all people in the state of Michigan.
And more, she sounds like the Democratic Party's woman to watch.
I'm the first one to, raise my hand. I'm supporting you if you run for president, Governor Whitmer.
Dane Morris is a retired teacher from Brighton, Michigan, and he's not alone.
A lot of people think you're going to run for president.
A lot of people think a lot of things. I could just tell you what I'm going to do.
You're going to serve 4 years.
Absolutely.
After that, Big Gretch has ruled nothing in and nothing out.